Hello, I'm live evidently. And I just want to point out that we have both cats here today, mostly because I'm not sure how much longer they'll both be here. That's Moby sitting up and Skoda reclining in the sunshine. I will not be blowing the happy birthday horn because Moby would literally hit the ceiling if I did. Oh, Moby's leaving. I had a feeling we'd lose him. So at least if you came early, you got to see him. Where'd he go? Oh, he's departing. So it's me, Nancy. I am here for the 5th Wednesday in August. And I only know that because I'm celebrating my 20th anniversary as a published author because A Bridge to Love came out in August of 2003. And this is the mass market paperback version, which is now a collector's item. Ha, if only. This is the way the book looks now in print. And I don't know if I told you in the last time that I hated the title, A Bridge to Love. Yes, I think I did tell you that. So I won't go into that again. But I've gotten used to it. You know, you say something for 20 years, you just kind of forget what it means, right? So my first message is that I want to thank my readers because I would not have a 20-year career if it weren't for you. If people don't buy my books, there's really no point in writing them. So you guys have done this for me. And I just want you to know that I am grateful from the bottom of my heart. I can't tell you how much it means to me that you've supported me for 20 years, some of you. I know some of you have been here for 20 years. Supporting me. So thank you for that. I really, really appreciate it. And I'm going to say it again farther on in the video because I see no one is here at the moment. Although you guys, as you know, can always watch it on my YouTube channel later because I put them all up on my YouTube channel because I know not everybody can come on Wednesday at 2 p.m. Unfortunately, Wednesday at 2 p.m. or fortunately maybe is the time I am most likely to be able to be here, when I will have to cancel the least often. So here I am celebrating my 20th anniversary with a happy hat. It just says happy, nothing else. I think that's kind of funny. And the little gold ball on the top may fall off at any given moment because it's kind of precarious. These were assemble it yourself hats, as it turned out. I did not know that when I ordered them. And the little gold ball is stuck on by this little like wad of adhesive that isn't really very secure. Oh, I had 2 viewers. I have 1 viewer. Anyone who's there, please post a comment so that I know who you are, because Facebook does not tell me who my viewers are. They just say I have them. So I just posted a comment, which usually allows Facebook to start sending them in. So whoever you are, please say hi. I promise not to torment you or call on you or anything, but please say hi. And if you have questions, please feel free to write them in the comment section. Okay, so anyway, this is number 9 of Writer Unedited, in which I just sit at my writing desk and talk. No fancy backgrounds, except for my book and fake tulips, because I saw in a webinar you're supposed to have your book and a green plant at all times in the shot. So there they are. Takes me 30 seconds to set up. And then Skoda, of course, has very kindly agreed to appear in the video. If you just came, you missed Moby, but if you watch it on YouTube, you'll see Moby at the beginning. Very exciting. He was here too. And he usually isn't, so that was a big deal. So anyway, I just chat away here, and let's see, got 2 viewers. Please comment so I know who you are, just so I see your name. It's much more fun for me that way, because then I feel like I'm really talking to somebody when I know who I'm talking to. I will remind everyone, because I wasn't even aware of this until recently, that Royal Kaleva Gabrielle is now available in audio on Audible. So you can grab it. Patricia Bennett Barber is here. Hi, Patricia. How are you? Hope you're feeling okay. I saw that you were in the hospital, so welcome home. I hope all is well now. So audiobook if you like to listen to audio. And what else was I going to tell you? Oh, yes. So my 3 standalone novels, my debut novel, A Bridge to Love, my second novel, Shower of Stars, and my third standalone album, Music of the Night, are all on sale on Kindle for 99 cents for only 48 more hours, because they're just on sale for the month of August, and August ends amazingly on Thursday is the last day. I can't believe it's already almost September. Can you believe it's already almost September? That's just craziness. Yes, Patricia, I figured her meant here. I got it. Believe you me, I make plenty of typos myself, so I'm pretty good at interpreting them. So thank you again to my readers. Patricia, you've been with me a long time. I know that. So thank you so much for being right. You need this hat. I will send it to you as soon as this live is over. You can have it. I will flatten it out, and I will put all the pieces in the envelope, and you can put it back together yourself, because it is assemble it yourself. That's how it came. Even the little gold ball, you have to put on yourself, and it doesn't really stick very well. Falls off on a regular basis. Oh, Patricia, thank you so much for saying we love your books. I really appreciate that. As I said before, if it wasn't for you guys, my readers, I would not be celebrating my 20th anniversary as a published author. You guys are what closes the circle and makes it possible for me to keep writing, really. Because, if people don't buy my books, they don't get published. So thank you. Thank you. Love that. Okay, so I have to admit, I really had fun this month going back down memory lane, looking at all the stuff from my old books, because I found this box of memorabilia from when A Bridge to Love was published. So I'm going to share some more of it with you. This is the last batch, I promise. You'll probably be totally tired of it, right? So I found this little photo book of the photographs I took when I was doing research to write the big scene on the George Washington Bridge. It's the climactic scene of the book. It's a chase scene. And all of the things that my characters do in that chase scene, you can do on the George Washington Bridge. And you can see the photos. I mean, even like this one that's just like structural, because I needed to see things like, can you climb up these things? Can you climb over these railings? Because I like to make it authentic. Like details, like how high is the railing on the walkway? Because I was walking across and then looking down, you can see more walkways. And then that's in the chase scene, as I recall, those walkways. What else? Oh, so here is the little red lighthouse. You can see the top of it there, and you can see it from the side there, way down below the George Washington Bridge. And that is, in fact, on the original cover of the mass market paperback. You can see the little lighthouse right there, right? So that's how you know it's the George Washington Bridge, even though it's in silhouette. And what else? These were some workmen having lunch on the bridge. And again, just to I was using this as reference so that I knew that you could, you could climb up, because there are rafters within easy reach. So it was really, it's very cool to walk across the bridge. I highly recommend it. It is very windy. It is very noisy. There's a lot of vibration under your feet. It's very high above the river, very open. I said it was exhilarating and awesome. A marvel of man's ingenuity and determination. Those are my notes at the front of the book. So it was really fun to do this, to see this again. And then the other thing I found was my notebook. It was a binder. This is the binder of all the things, all the people I contacted when I was submitting the book for publication. And I'm going to share some of that with you. So these were the old days of publishing, when there was no Kindle, there was no digital. Everything was in print, and romance novels were pretty much all published in mass market paperback, this format, small, easy to fit on racks, easy to shove in your purse. Oh, that's Moby scratching in the background. And they were only in bookstores, and sometimes in drugstores and things. Of course, people like Nora Roberts got hardcovers, but most of us just got mass market paperbacks. And everything was done on paper and by mail. So I would send in, I was looking for an agent, because I sort of took a two-pronged approach to getting published. You basically needed an agent to get in with any of the big publishers. And so I was looking for an agent, and I also entered unpublished content contests. So these were contests for unpublished authors, or writers, I should say, unpublished manuscripts. And the judges, the final, if you got to the finals, you had to get to the finals. The judges were often agents and editors. And so I entered A Bridge to Love in as many unpublished contests as I could find. And ironically, the last one that I finaled in, the editor who judged it, who was with Avon Books, I think at the time, asked for the full manuscript. Now, by that time, I'd actually already found an agent, and actually, I think I'd sold it. I'd sold it to Berkeley. My agent had sold it to Berkeley. But before that, I would send paper proposals and manuscripts via registered mail, so I knew they got there, to agents. And enclosed with the registered mail was a self-addressed stamped postcard saying, "Did you get it?" Because that was the only way to tell if they had gotten it. And they would send it back to you saying, yes, they had gotten it. And they didn't even have to say anything on it, although I always had space to, put the date in their name. But just getting it back meant that they had gotten the manuscript. And that was really the only way to tell. And obviously it got very expensive with postage and making Xeroxes of your manuscript over and over and over again. It was tough. And generally you got rejection letters. These are all my rejection letters from all the agencies. More rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection. And they generally said things like, well, so here was a really short and sweet one. Actually, not so sweet. "Thank you for contacting us. We have reviewed your submission and regret to advise you that we cannot offer representation. We wish you the best of luck." That was a really short one. Most of them were a little longer than that. This one was just Xeroxed. It was to "Dear Writer." And it even apologized for being Xeroxed, which I thought was kind of nice. But it was Xeroxed. And to be honest, this was actually kind of nice, because nowadays you don't even get an email back. You don't even know if they've gotten it most of the time, because everything's submitted electronically. And often there's no response. Even if you write to them again and say, "I just want to make sure you got it," they still won't answer you. And to be fair, agents are inundated with manuscripts. So I guess it would be hard for them to answer them all. It'd be nice if they just had an auto response, though, that said, "We got your," automatically said, "Yeah, we got your manuscript." So those are my lots and lots of rejection letters from agents. But I did get an agent finally through a connection, of course. It wasn't just from cold submitting. I'd like to say it was, but it wasn't. And she sold A Bridge to Love to Berkeley, which was part of Penguin. Still is part of Penguin, only now Penguin is Penguin Random House, right? So it's huge now. So I got my book sold, and so a first sale in the publishing industry, the first time you sell your book, was a big deal back then, because again, there was no self-publishing. The only way to get your book out there was to get published by an actual publisher. And your books were, and what publishers were really good at back then, and still are actually, is getting your physical books into bookstores. So it was really important to have a publisher. So it was a big deal. So I went to it wasn't my first, to the Romance Writers of America conference. And on your badge, they give you ribbons. And as you can see, one of the ribbons I had that year was first sale. That was 2003. And I became a PAN member. PAN means Published Author Network. It no longer exists, but it was a part of the membership of Romance Writers of America that was for published authors only. So it was, very exciting to become a PAN member. So I had my ribbon. And the Romance Writers of America magazine back then published first sales. They still do, actually. Back then it was in print. And it says, "Nancy Harkness announces the sale of her first book to the Berkeley Publishing Group. Building Bridges," which was the original title. "A single title contemporary will be a November 2003 release." Well, it turned out it was August. They moved it up. Harkness has been writing romantic fiction for 6 years. I didn't even remember that. 6 years, huh? Okay. And the other excitement at that Romance Writers of America conference was back in those days, I guess they still do, publishers would invite their authors to very fancy parties during the RWA conference. So this was my first publisher party. It was at the Rainbow Room, which, is very elegant. And it was cocktails. And I saved the invitation and back then we got paper invitations. Now you get evites. Not quite the same somehow. But I remember going to the party and I was a wreck because I really didn't know what to say to people. There were agents got invited in those days too. Again, still do when there was a party. And a lot of those agents had rejected my book and I felt very awkward about that. But, what can you do? It's a small business, so you're going to run into people over and over again. And then the other thing that reminded me, another trip down memory lane. Does anybody remember Romantic Times Book Club, the magazine that had all the reviews of all the romance novels that came out? It was like the Bible of romance. And here was the ad for A Bridge to Love on the back cover, inside back cover. I don't have the rest of the magazine. I seem to have just saved this, but that was exciting too, right? Full page ad. And what else? Oh, so then, of course, the book finally got published, and I got like fan letters, and back then people wrote them. I got them in the mail, right? How cool is that? Actual handwritten fan mail. Yeah, I got a lot of emails too, to be fair. But it was really fun to get handwritten notes. So I saved a lot of those. Those are just a few. So it was cool. Does anybody have questions? Patricia, stomach surgery. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. Stomach surgery is not fun. Ouch. Well, sending you healing white light from here, from New Jersey, down to you. Okay, so that's my trip down memory lane. If you have questions, let me know. And what else did I want to say? Oh, I wanted to remind everybody that because August is coming to a close, a lot of my books that are on sale will not be on sale as of September 1st. So the Wager of Hearts books, the CEO Buys In, the All-Star Antes Up, and the VIP Doubles Down, those are all on sale on Kindle right now. And what else is on sale? Second Time Around and Second Act are both on sale in the US right now. And then in the UK, The Money Man and the Hacker are on sale for 99p each. The other books, the books on sale in the US have mixed prices. I can't remember which ones are which, so I'll probably get them wrong, so I'm not going to attempt that. So just remember, you got to grab them now because they're going off sale as of September 1st. Same as my 3 standalone novels. And what else? Okay, in writing news, How to Plan a Royal Wedding is going to my formatter today. So that's the free novella, free to my newsletter subscribers, I should say, novella that it comes right after Royal Kaleva Gabrielle. So if you want to spend more time with Quinn and Gabrielle, that's the place to do it. Make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter, and I'll put links in the comments. And I do want to mention that the novella has significant spoilers for Royal Kaleva Gabrielle, so don't read the novella until you've read the book, because I don't want to ruin it for you. And in good news, for the new book, Luis's book, I finished all the editing of the first 125 manuscript pages because, as I've said before, my critique group had some really excellent suggestions, and I had to ripple them through all the way up to where I am now. But I am writing new scenes again, which I'm very excited about because I'm way behind on my new word count for August. I think I'm just going to have to give up on my word count goals for August because they're not happening. And do better in September, right? That's always the way. Got it. Do better in September. And that's really about it. It's not really about it. There's one more thing I want to say, and it's a repeat of what I said earlier. Thank you. Thank you for being my amazing readers, because I would not have a 20-year career as a novelist if it wasn't for you. If you didn't buy my books and read them and encourage me and send me notes and write me reviews, I would not be publishing books today. So this is all because of you. And I just want you to know how heartfelt my gratitude is, because it really is. How do you make hearts? All right. Heartfelt. My gratitude is. I feel like I should do that the other way. Anyway, I'm not very good at that stuff. That doesn't mean I'm not sincere, though. You close the circle. You are the wind beneath my wings, and I truly mean all of that. You mean the world to me, you, my readers. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you'll stick with me, maybe for another 20 years. Let's hope, right? Let's hope it keeps going for another 20 years. And SCOTUS says thank you, too, because you keep him in kibble. And he does love his treats, his Temptations treats. And this will be the last time I'm wearing a silly hat, because the next Writer Unedited will be in September, and I won't be celebrating my 20th anniversary anymore. So enjoy the silly hat, which I will be sending to Patricia after I get off my live. Patricia, thanks so much for stopping by. I do, again, hope you feel much better soon. And I think that's it, guys. No questions? I will be posting this on my YouTube channel. So you can see me over there, and I'll see you next week at 2 p.m. next Wednesday. And thank you so much. I hope everybody has a happy back to school. If you have people going back to school, or you're going back to school, happy end of summer. And wow, we're moving into autumn. Craziness. Absolute craziness. Love you guys. Bye-bye.